Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. My name is Aljon J. T. Biniga from BEC 1B. So today, I'm going to discuss about the what are the human activities that can affect to the ocean and coastal areas. So first, human activities that can affect is the habitat destruction. So what is habitat destruction? Habitat destruction in ocean and coastal areas refers to the degradation of or elimination of natural environments essential for various marine species. So what are those kanang mga human activities na mag-cause of habitat destruction? First is the coastal development, pollution, dredging and destructive fishing. So, ang best example ani is the destructive fishing. So, like sa kanang dynamite fishing is kung mag-dynamite fishing ka is na-possible na kanang mga coral reefs is madamay sa pagbuto sa dynamite which kanang mga guba ang coral reefs ko. So, ang coral reefs di ay kay isa na sa kanang mga habitat sa fish kung makuha na ang kanang coral reefs is kanang ma-distract ang kuan sa mga isda kanang habitat. So, kung mawala ng kung ma-distract ang ilahang habitat is maka-cause ni siya og kanang pagkakuan sa isda. So di na kay sila kanang maka-reproduce kay kanang kuan man ang ilahang habitat is kanang na-distract man sa human. So next is the carbon emission. So carbon emissions have a significant impact on ocean and coastal areas when excess carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere from human activities like burning fossils, fuels, or portion of it is absorbed by the world's ocean. This absorption causes a chemical reaction that leads to ocean acidification, which affects the chemistry of seawater. Ocean acidification has a detrimental effects on marine life, particularly on organisms with calcium carbonate shells or skeletons such as corals or shellfish, and some plankton species. The increased acidity can hinder their ability to build and maintain their shells or skeletons, impacting their growth or production and overall survival. So, ang carbon emission di ay is kanang like for example ani na human activity is like kanang sa kuan like burning magsunog ta og kanang mga cellophane or kanang mga burning fossil fuels. So kanang if ang kaning kuan ang carbon dioxide is ma-absorb ni siya sa world's ocean is kanang makaapekto ni siya sa kanang mga species or especially ani kanang for example is sa kanang mga coral reefs which is the habitat sa fish. Kung kuan ni siya sa kanang coral reefs is kanang naay chance na mamatay or kanang kuan ng coral reefs is kanang sano siya kanang maiyahang kuan makuan iyahang kuan makuan siya madaot ang coral reefs. So next is the chemical pollution. So in the ocean and coastal areas stems from various human activities including industrial discharge, agricultural runoff, oil spills, and improper waste disposal. These pollutants can take various forms such as heavy metals, pesticides, pharmaceutical, and toxic chemicals. The impact of chemical pollution on marine ecosystems is severe. Contaminants can accumulate in the water and sediments, affecting the health of marine organisms. They can disrupt reproductive system, impair growth and development, and weaken immune response in marine animals. Additionally, some chemicals bioaccumulate in food chain, leading to higher concentration in top predators, posing risks with both wildlife and human consumers of seafood. So, ang kuan di ay chemical pollution is gikan ni siya sa kanaang mga kuan bitaw like sa mga agricultural runoff like sa kanang mga abono which is kanang pag makuan na siya kanang mahilis na siya or kanang like for example ni baha is kung ang kuan ang kanang kuan sa kanang agriculture is mapadulong sa dagat dako ni siya og kanang cause or effects sa kanang mga marine species like for example is like mga patay or kanang mga kuan ng mga fish like kanang is nakakuan sa chemical which is kanang magkuan ni causes sa ila og kanang nang mamamatay ang mga kuan marine species. So next is the oil spill. So oil spill in ocean and coastal areas have devastating consequences on marine ecosystem and coastal communities. These spills occur primarily due to accidents involving oil tankers offshore drilling platforms, or leaks from pipelines. The immediate impact of oil spills is the formation of a slick on the water surface which can spread over large areas, suffocating marine life and seabirds. Oil coats the feathers of birds and fur of marine mammals, reducing their ability to regulate body temperature and repel water, leading to hypothermia and death. Additionally, oil can penetrate the gills of the fish and other marine organisms, causing respiratory problems and damaging internal or organs. So, ang oil spill DI is kanang nakapuni siya og effect sa ocean and coastal area. So, example ani is kanang coastal areas kung ang oil spill kung padulong siya sa coastal areas like kanang night sa mga resort is kanang makaapekto gini siya og dako kay it's because kanang ang mga oil man kay kung nanay oil spill ang kanang coastal areas is bawal na siya liguan kay is because sa chemical sa oil. So makaapekto gyud ni siya sa kanang like sa tourism industry gyud. So next is the noise pollution. Noise pollution in the ocean and coastal areas is caused by various human activities such as shipping, industrial operations, sonar use, and construction. Underwater noise can have significant impacts on marine life, disrupting their behavior, communication, and vital processes. Marine creatures including whales, dolphins, fish, and invertebrates rely on sound for communication, navigation, finding food, and avoiding predators. Excessive human-generated noise interferes with these crucial activities. For example, loud ship engines or construction activities can mask the natural sounds used by the marine animals, making it challenging for them to communicate or locate prey. So, ang noise pollution is caused din siya sa, for example, kanang sa mga barko or sa mga kanang mga shipping ship or kanang like kanang sa mga industrial operators o kanang magbuhat o can cause kaning sa mga like ang mga apektuhan ni is mga mammals sa marine like for example sa whales. So ang kanang whales kay naga-communicate na sa through sa ilahang sound. So kung ay noise pollution na so maka-interrupt sa ila so makaapekto gani dako sa mga whales or sa mga dolphins or sa mga So next is the plastic pollution. Plastic pollution in the ocean and coastal areas is pressing environmental issue caused by the improper disposal of plastic waste. It includes items like single-use plastics, microplastics, tiny plastic particles, and abandoned fishing gear. Plastic waste often finds its way into rivers, streams, and oceans through indicate waste management systems, littering, and improper disposal. Once in the water, plastic break down into smaller particles called microplastics, which are ingested by marine animals from small fish to large mammals like whales. These ingestions can lead to health issues, digestive blockage, and even death in these animals. So, ang kuan di ay ang plastic pollution can cause ni siya sa kanang mga kung managhan na ang kanaang plastic pollution sa dagat kay mag-cause ni siya sa kanang mga fish or sa mga marine species na nagpuyo sa na mag-cause ni siya sa marine species na kanang kuan like for example is kanang na health issues or digestive blockage or kanang mga barahan ilahang mga digestive so it can cause like death sa mga animals na nagpuyo sa dagat. So next, coastal areas bear significant brunt of plastic pollution due to accumulation of debris on beaches and shorelines. This is not only affects in the aesthetic of these areas but also harms coastal ecosystem and wildlife. Additionally, plastic break down very slowly, persisting the environment for hundreds of years for the severity in problem. So, plastic kay dugay gini siya kanang kanjud na kanang mahilis like mahilis siya of 200 years. Next is overfishing. Overfishing in ocean and coastal areas occurs when fish are harvested and weighed faster that they can reproduce and replenish their pollution. This unsustainable practice disrupt and balance of marine ecosystem and far-reaching consequences. So kaning ang overfishing it can cause kanang atong ecosystem which is kanang kung daghan ni ka og kanang kuha na fish for next years or next month is kanang ang So kay kung mag-overfishing mayuga kay which is kanang amang kagmay na mga isda pod mga dala siya og kuha. So ang mga fish ani is di na kay sila maka-reproduce or makakuan sa ilaha kay which is kanang ang ilahang kuan man kis pati mga gagmay na isda kay mga apil magkuha. So next is destructive fishing. So what I said earlier, destructive fishing can cause the habitat destruction sa fish which kanang dili sa kayo maka-reproduce o ila kay na-distract naman lang habitat. So next is surface runoff. So what I said earlier also, surface runoff can cause sa kanang like sa katong chemical pollution na kanang makapikto sa ato ang coastal and ocean area sa atong ocean which kanang makapatay gyud ni siya og kanang mga fish or marine species. So next is deoxygenation in the ocean and coastal areas refers to the reduction of oxygen levels in the water. This process is primarily caused by several human induced factors including nutrient runoff, climate change, and pollution. So next is deep sea mining. So deep sea mining involves the extraction of valuable minerals and resources from the seabed and deep beyond continental shelves. This practice targets mineral-rich areas called polymetallic nodules, hydrothermal vents, and cobalt-rich crust found in deep ocean. So that will be all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Rodel Iscurido Palomo from Basin 1B, and now we're going to discuss the effects of human activities. So number one, we have the extinction of the fish. So of course, ang pinakauna nga madaot jud because of human activities ang ato ang dagat and also ato ang mga isda, but not only katulang mga isda nga atong ginakaon na dulos katupo mga uncommon nga mga isda. One of the reason nga pinaka ano sa nani is because of the calamity na daw kung isda manggawas because na daw mga ginapahiwati nga na kalamidad, but sometimes because of human activities katong mga isda nga nasa ilalom mapiktuhan gyapon sila and mag-cause gyapon siya og death, mga matay gid sila. Yes, land. Now let's move on to number 2, which is the ocean acidification. So what is ocean acidification? It is the lower concentration of atmospheric carbon dioxide, no? So number 1, mag-low ang iyang carbon dioxide. Why is it important man nga ato siyang makunan? Because carbon dioxide produce carbon acid, hydrogen ions, carbon ions, bicarbonate, and these things nga ma-produce sa carbon dioxide mo ni gahatag og kuan nutrients sa mga coral, sa mga kuan under the sea. So makaapekto gihapon siya. So number 3, we have the toxicity of the marine life. Yes, of course. Number 1, madaot jud ang ato ang beauty sa atong ocean and sa yes, apektado jud pud kayo ang ato ang mga corals, fishes, wildlife. So that's the effects of human activities. Number 4, we have the economic impact. Yes, ang pinakadakong epekto sa human activities ang economic impact. Why? Because ang magkaroon naman siya ng ma-short naman ang atong supply sa isda nga manggamay na siya, so wala na kayo supply ug ma-short na gyud siya sa tanan. So let's move on to number 5. We have the impact on marine mammals. So those human activities nga maka daw sa tong ocean, ang mga mammals nila to mga impact on marine mammals. So of course ang mga species, so maapektuhan jud siyang tanan gihapon. Number 6, we have the threat to non-target species. Yes, as what I've said earlier nga bisan pa og naay or unsa bang butang ang buhaton, but naay gihapoy mga other species under the water ang mga daot, just like or butang ta fishes. We have the predators and the others pa yun nga mas maapektuhan og dako. Number 7, we have the loss of biodiversity. Because of human activities, maapektuhan gyapon ang atong mga predators, mga parasites, just like the beavers, and that's the reason nga mag-loss ang ato ang biodiversity kay manggamay naman ang ato ang mga ing ana nga mga mammals, so mawala siya og mahurot siya. Number 8, we have the pollution and contamination. If we say pollution, it is the effect of the environment and the human, while the contamination is the effect of the human behavior, of course. Yes, and the environment also contributes makadaot sa ocean, just like sa katumuhata sa mga chemicals nga from one establishment nga mostly sa basura ingana siya. Number 9, we have the sediments and plumes and dispersalon. It is when mixtures of aggregates and waters dredged from silt are discharged at the surface into the adjacent water from the barge. Yes, it can affect, because if we say sediment, this is water, wastewater, mga basura daw kuno nga i-transport sa dagat ug naapoy uban nga ilabog gid siya or ipadlutaw siya sa dagat. So it can affect to dako gyud siyang impacts ato ang ocean, and it can lose our resources from the ocean. And I think that would be all. Thank you for listening.